To introduce the topic, the first thing to be said is that both documentaries and features are factual genres. That is to say, that there are formats that mainly deal with facts, with information, not opinion, not fiction. The terms are often used as if they were interchangeable, and there's usually confusion about their meaning. But the basic distinctions have to do with the initial selection and treatment of the source material. A documentary program is wholly fact, based on documentary evidence, being documentary evidence, written records, contemporary interviews, the voice of witnesses, and the like. Its purpose is essentially to inform, to present a story or situation with a total regard for balanced reporting. The feature program, on the other hand, need not be wholly true in the factual sense. It may include poetry, drama to illustrate its theme, as well as, of course, informative interviews. It is a very free form where the emphasis is often on portraying human qualities, atmosphere, or mood. We are now going to listen to an example, which is the beginning of the documentary What Happened to Baby Peggy. The piece, produced for Ireland's National Public Service Broadcasters Radio 1, is about the story of Margaret Montgomery, the girl that became a child film star in the years of silent movies.
When Margaret Montgomery was a little girl, a man came to their apartment door.
This gentleman came in and he had a briefcase and he had an accent. He said, "Is John Travers Montgomery live here?" And I said, "Yes." He sat down, he met my father, and he said, "You know, all of the family has passed away, and you are the heir of the estate in Tipperary." I was ecstatic.
Never was a man so welcome to a door. This forgotten Irish property would save Margaret's family from destitution. They had just had the most incredible 11 years. They had owned millions because of her and lost millions because of other family members. Margaret Montgomery was at rock bottom. She had some story to tell. This is Colston Hall, a concert venue in Bristol, England. On stage is a small group of musicians. Beside them, a large screen. It's showing a Charlie Chaplin silent movie. We've all seen silent movies on TV, but it's different on the big screen with live music. The pianist, Neil Brand, while he's part of the movie performance, it's also as if he's part of the audience too. He's like a woman in the cinema who laughs so loud and infectiously, she makes everyone else laugh more. The film is Easy Street, and Charlie Chaplin is a policeman, an unlikely policeman. He's being beaten up by a big bully, an enormous man, twice bigger than Charlie in every direction. And of course the bully has heavy black eye makeup. He has Charlie around the throat and he's shaking him like Homer shakes Bart. Neil, the pianist, and drummer Frank Bocchius emphasise every pratfall and every slap. This is a rehearsal for the Bristol Slapstick Festival, a festival celebrating silent movies. Cue the violinist, Gunter Buchwald. Cut to the impoverished family, broken down mother and father in a tenement flat full of babies and toddlers. There isn't a surface that doesn't have a child on it. This programme is about a woman who was just such a baby in silent movies, but she would never have appeared in a scene like this as an extra. She was too big of a star.
In 1924, I made $2 million.
Diana Sarah Carey.
Hello, how are you? I'm Ronan. Nice to see you. Thank you for seeing me.
Diana is also at the Bristol Festival, where she's billed as Baby Peggy, her screen name. She's now 87. When I met her, I brought her a small present of Irish linen napkins. This turns out to be significant, as we'll hear later. You're listening to Flux, which is a programme of stories. Flux means flow, which is what every good story does. And flux is also a substance which helps bind things together, which is what every good story can do. This programme features...
Let's move on now to the feature. This is an example.
Radio Diaries podcast. I'm Joe Richman. At Radio Diaries, we help people document their own lives in their own words. Our stories air on NPR and on this podcast. We're a nonprofit organization and we rely on listeners like you. So if you want to help keep this podcast free, go to our website and click the donate button, radiodiaries.org. One of the things about doing an audio diary is that you give someone a recorder and then you wait. You wait for something to happen in their life. Usually something does happen, and that was really true with today's podcast. The story is called Teen Contender. This year, for the first time ever, women will be stepping into a boxing ring to compete in the Olympics. Recently, 24 of the United States' best amateur women boxers fought for 3 spots on the first Olympic team. One of the contenders was 16-year-old Clarissa Shields, a junior at Northwestern High School in Flint, Michigan. We gave Clarissa a recorder to keep an audio diary as she prepared for the Olympic trials. This is Clarissa's story.
All right. Well, we're going to start with my name is Clarissa Shields. I'm 16. I've been boxing since I was 11. My record is 19-0. Yeah, undefeated.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce...
I have this dream. I'm in England, London, and it's the finals in the Olympics. I can hear the announcer. I mean, they gonna say it like, and the first woman Olympian at 165 pounds is Clarissa Shields.
Clarissa Shields!
And in my dream, I'm just looking around and I'm just thinking to myself, like, how did I get here? Hello, testing. Good morning. This Clarissa again. That's my alarm. Right now I'm sleeping on the couch at my aunt's house. I just moved in probably about a month and a half ago. She has 3 kids and me and my little brother live with her, so it's like she got 5 kids really. We all live in the same house. Hold on a second, my little cousin crying. Okay. Tanasia, where's Tanasia at? Why do I live with my aunt? Well, my mom, she has her own problems, more bad days than good days. It just wasn't helping me with my boxing. So I just had to move out. Crack my neck, wash my face real fast, then head out. Peanut, later. Sound of footsteps. It's snowing. Out here look all pretty. Like white Christmas trees. Today is 30 days before the Olympic trials. Wow.
What is a feature? Distinctions are not obviously clear-cut, and a contribution to the confusion of terms is that some talk about feature documentary or drama documentary. But in the end, what is important is not the subject or its treatment, but that we all understand what is meant by the terms used. If the producer sets out to provide a balanced, rounded, truthful account of something or someone, that is a documentary. If the intention is to feel bound to the truth but giving place to the imagination, even though the source material is real, that is a feature.